Very rarely in the art world do money and taste meet. Peter's extraordinary taste for interior design and Adrian's background, which a lot of people don't know about, which was an art background of working with people like Barry Brickell and Yvonne Rust making pots and painting. It was a powerful pair of people to join forces. I met Adrian and Peter through Peter. I used to drink with Simon Woolley at the old Empire Tavern, which Simon owned, and Peter was a very good friend of Simon's. So if you take paintings like, St Matthew Lightning and the Tony Fomerson or the McCann of Entombment, these were expensive paintings, and so you had to have fairly deep pockets to purchase them. And so the money that Adrian and Peter had available to them to purchase art, they were able to purchase some of the very best things that were coming up for sale in the market. Both Adrian and Peter, the philanthropic side of their life wasn't well known by many people. They supported things that, we will never know about, and were incredibly generous. Sculpture played, a big part in their collection, particularly when they bought Paratai down in the Hawke's Bay, and Pete developed what I'd describe as a legacy garden. And of course, within the legacy garden, it needed some important sculpture. And I don't think I've ever seen a sculpture so well displayed as the Michael Patakofai bull on the piano in the garden at Paratai. Well, the Lisa Rowett monkeys Adrian bought not long after Peter died, and he saw them, and I could see him stop, and he said, "Who's this artist?" Well, Lisa's the most gorgeous Australian sculptor who's absolutely obsessed with primates. And he said, "But the monkeys?" I said, "Yes." And he said, Pete was born in the year of the monkey. And so these two monkeys by Lisa Rowett became part of the entrance as you walked into the house at Cremorne, and what a fantastic setting for them. Yeah, the McCann element in the collection, was very strong. I think about the Entombment painting, 1946, it's weird to think that it was first exhibited in the Wellington Public Library in 1948, and from there went into a private collection for many years in Christchurch before it came out and was bought by Adrian and Peter. I only had a very short window of opportunity to show them the painting. So I grabbed it, I think it was either a Saturday or a Sunday, and roared around to their house. They'd just got back from Melbourne. I showed the Entombment painting to them and just said, most of these are in museums, that they're incredibly rare and this is incredibly important. Of course, they both got that. The Maori artefact side of their collection developed slowly. As they had more and more international people coming through their home, Adrian in particular wanted to be able to show these people what great artists early New Zealand Māori were. And so he went about putting together a small but very good collection of Māori artefacts. When the Shane Cotton Tiki painting was bought, I had the carved panel fragment sitting beside it, and they looked so good together that Adrian said, well, if I buy the cotton, I have to buy the carved panel. The true test of a collection that you develop over 30 odd years or more is when you walk into the room and you go, wow, this is a fantastic collection. You don't want to go, oh, I wish they'd never bought that. And one never had that feeling with Adrian and Peter's collection. I was always incredibly proud of what we had put together. And I'm slightly sad that it's all come to an end, but all good things must come to an end.